Big U gave wrong information. And he was like, Nipsey just got killed. Yeah,
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered the phone. I could have probably stopped it. All right, 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey.
Brand new footage just dropped showing Blacc Slam going head to head with Big U and even Snoop Dogg, and the internet can't stop buzzing. People are asking what's really going down behind the scenes. For Big U, the whispers ain't new. Folks been claiming for years he had something to do with the hit on Nipsey Hussle. But now, with Snoop's name suddenly caught in the mix, fans are demanding answers fast. This ain't just some rap beef. It's personal, raw, and soaked in betrayal. Nipsey Hussle's murder in 2019 didn't only steal a legend from the world, it tore open deep scars that had been hiding in the streets for years. Fake love, backdoor moves, and loyalty being tested. All that's spilling out now. And right in the middle stands Nipsey's blood brother, Blacc Slam, the man who refuses to let anyone play with his family's name. Before we dig deeper into this new footage and why Snoop's even part of it, let's talk about who Blacc Slam really is. Cause he ain't just some heartbroken brother out for revenge. Nah, this man is built from the grind. Samuel Asghedom, better known in the streets as Blacc Sam, is Nipsey's older brother, the backbone behind the Marathon clothing brand and the entire Marathon Continues movement. Since Nipsey's passing, Sam's been on a mission to guard that legacy like a fortress. This dude ain't about talk, he's about principle.
Big U had Nipsey Hussle killed. Everybody know that.
From day one, he's been stepping to anyone who disrespects Nipsey's name or what they built together. And if you think that's just words, check what went down on March 1st, 2025, at the grand opening of Marathon Burger in Los Angeles. Cameras caught every second as Blacc Sam got in the face of a rapper named Rockstar 2800, an alleged West Side Crip, and things got heated. Sam stood just inches from him yelling, "Get it crackin'. That ain't what you on. I've been watching you. Get on that now." That wasn't no random shouting match. Rumors say Sam pressed Rockstar 2800 because he didn't check certain people who'd been disrespecting Nipsey online, mainly a loudmouth named Wack 100, who's been talking slick about Nipsey for years. Fans on social media instantly caught on, saying Sam was sending a clear message: loyalty matters, and silence counts as betrayal. The wildest part? Sam didn't care that cameras were rolling or that it was his own family's grand opening. He stood 10 toes down right there in public. That's what makes people respect him. He's not scared to risk it all to defend his brother's name. When you see a man move like that, you understand why folks in these streets say, "Don't ever play with Blacc Sam."
He said a couple things about Nipsey.
Yeah, he said a couple things over the years, and I guess they felt like this dude Rockstar, who I guess they were cool with, didn't like step up and defend Nipsey or whatever. So when he showed up, Blacc Sam told him he has to leave. He basically made him leave.
I seen the footage of him walking him across the street. See, LA is that's like a different world. If you're not from LA, you don't even understand none of the politics of it. You don't understand the way they move. It's like just different out there.
After the viral face-off at Marathon Burger, Rockstar 2800 tried to play it cool online. He posted, "Damn, all I wanted was a burger," like it was no big deal. But fans weren't buying it. The comments went crazy. People accused him of being too friendly with Wack 100, the same dude who'd been running his mouth about Nipsey for years. The streets saw right through that innocent act and called him out for ducking real loyalty tests. That little scuffle was just another spark in Blacc Sam's long-running war against anyone who dares to disrespect his brother's name. And trust me, that war's been raging for years. The tension with Wack 100 didn't start yesterday. It got real in 2022 when Sam demanded that an unreleased Nipsey verse be pulled off the Game's album, Dramatic, Heart Verses. Wack wasn't having it. He clapped back online, saying Sam was selfish with his anger and claiming that releasing that verse would have been a tribute to Nipsey's legacy, not a violation. But to Sam, that's cap. He's been crystal clear that no Nipsey music gets dropped unless his brother personally approved it before he passed. That's how much he guards Nip's art. Every lyric, every verse, every beat is sacred. But that feud with Wack, that's child's play compared to the storm brewing between Sam, Big U, and now even Snoop Dogg. And yep, you guessed it, it all ties back to Nipsey Hussle. Let's rewind to where the tension really started. Back in 2011, something went down that still echoes through the streets today. Reports say Nipsey and Eugene Big U Henley, his former manager and known Rollins 60s Crip affiliate, got into a heated argument near a Shell gas station at Crenshaw and Slauson. That's home turf, the same streets Nip turned into a symbol of growth and power. Word is, things got ugly. Some say Big U even tried to put hands on Nipsey, and if that's true, that's wild disrespect. These were supposed to be brothers in the same set, chasing the same dream. To have that turn into a confrontation like that, that's deeper than business. That's betrayal in its purest form.
First time they first fall out, when they first got Nipsey signed, Nipsey come back, was fall out, they went down, there was a fight, rumble happened. I believe Big U knocked Nipsey out.
Now picture this. Blacc Sam had just come home from doing time. He's still got parole hanging over his head, barely free. But the second he hears his little brothers being disrespected, he reacts on instinct. Reports say Sam fired shots in the air, right there with police watching. He didn't care about the consequences. All he saw was someone crossing his bloodline.
Blacc Sam comes out, fires 3-4 shots in the air. He's fresh out the penitentiary. Police sitting right across the street, they see it. They come in, they arrest everybody. Blacc Sam's on parole. We bail Big U out.
That's loyalty at a level most people can't even imagine. Risking your freedom when you just got it back, that's not about ego, that's about principle. Some sources claim that whole situation started over a diss Nipsey made about Big U. But whatever sparked it, one thing's for sure. Sam wasn't letting anyone play with his brother. That night in 2011 set the tone for everything that's happening today. It drew the line in the sand. Sam on one side, Big U on the other. And years later, that same tension is now pulling in one of the biggest names in the game, Snoop Dogg. Now this is where the story takes a wild turn, the kind that makes the whole city stop and listen. A new claim just dropped, and it's about to flip everything upside down. Wack 100 came out swinging with a statement that hit like a grenade, and once it exploded, nothing was the same. He said Big U called Blacc Sam a rat.
Big U tells us, the police tell him, they let Blacc Sam go before he got a bail. Which is, gun, firing, fresh out, ain't supposed to happen like that. He tell him, that's one of ours, leave him alone. There's nothing that I knew about anybody from his backyard that he didn't know about. No information, whether it was involving Nipsey, that goes both ways. Shit come to me, I'm gonna let him know what come to me. This what it is, come to me. Things he knew, he let me know what came to me from his side. Blacc Sam, Nipsey's brother, he told me he's a rat.
Yeah, that word. In the streets, that's not some throwaway insult, and that's a death sentence in 3 letters. You don't throw that word around unless you're ready for serious smoke. If this really came from Big U, that's not just drama, that's a power shift in motion. Wack even made people think twice when he pointed out something that had everyone scratching their heads. How did Blacc Sam, a convicted felon who fired shots in front of cops, walk free so fast? No court hearing, no extended jail time, nothing. That's not how the system works unless somebody upstairs made a call or somebody started talking. And in the hood, that's the one label you never want near your name. Because once that rumor spreads, it sticks forever. In a world where loyalty means everything, even the hint of cooperation with authorities can destroy your rep overnight.
So all these years, I've been looking at him like he's a rat anyway.
Now add Snoop Dogg and Big U's friendship into that mix, and things get real messy. When you understand how gang politics in Los Angeles run, this connection starts looking complicated. See, Snoop's from the Rollin' 20s Crips, a rival set to the Rollin' 60s, which Nipsey and Blacc Sam are tied to. So when Snoop starts showing love to Big U, a man long rumored to have had beef with Nipsey, that hits deep for Sam. And let's not forget, Snoop might be a global superstar now, but he's still a product of the streets. He never left that Crip code behind, no matter how many talk shows or brand deals he does. That's why his public friendship with Big U has people side-eyeing hard. To Blacc Sam, it looks like a slap in the face, especially while he's still fighting to protect his brother's name from dirt. Sam and Big U already had old wounds between them, but now, with whispers that Big U might have had something to do with Nipsey's death, the tension's off the charts. Imagine losing your brother, then seeing people who claim they loved him laughing and chilling with someone you think could have had a hand in it. That's betrayal that eats at your soul every single day. Yeah, but street dudes like Sam know better. The one who fires the gun ain't always the one who called the shots. Word in the alleys is Big U was the one who made the move, the real shot caller behind the curtain. So when Sam sees people still shaking hands with Big U, to him, that's not paranoia. That's survival instinct. He's reading patterns others ignore, and every move on that chessboard looks more dangerous than the last. Behind all the smiling photos and interviews, there's a war of silence brewing, and it's getting harder to tell who's really playing who. For Blacc Sam, this journey stopped being about grief a long time ago. It turned into a full-on street investigation. He's been piecing together clues, watching who's loyal and who's playing both sides. Every handshake, every post, every interview, Sam's been studying it all like a detective from the block. And what he's finding is changing everything he thought he knew about loyalty and family. He's realizing that some of the people who stood closest to him and Nipsey might have been moving with a different agenda the whole time. That's a gut punch no man's ready for. Finding out that love might have been strategy and loyalty might have been business. Snoop and Big U's public statements after Nipsey's death only made things murkier. On the surface, they both talk about love, respect, and legacy. But behind the scenes, their actions don't always match their words. Big U, especially, plays it smooth. He's not new to this game. He's an OG who knows how to move like a chess master.
I went to my homeboy's funeral yesterday, and I'm looking at his obituary, and I'm looking like, dang, I didn't know he did all that. And I'm just looking like, wow. You know, what a loss, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, bro, and that's all they're gonna do, read your scroll then. You know, but I mean, it's like, I gotta be the best. Even when I'm like with Maul, and I used to be with Maul.
He's been navigating politics in the streets and the industry for decades, using patience and power plays to protect his image. He keeps telling folks, history will clear my name, acting like time's gonna prove him innocent. That's how real street politicians move. They play the long game.
No matter what, when I walk through the door, I'm the bad guy. For sure.
But why they put that on you though?
Because it's black. I'm black. I'm black. I'm big. And it's kind of racist when you look at it because the big black guys are the ones you gotta watch. I'm the only one that's gonna help you.
But for someone like Blacc Sam, who's still trying to get straight answers about his brother's death, hearing all that philosophical talk just sounds like dodging. When you're hurting and you need truth, talk about legacy doesn't cut it. It feels like someone's avoiding the real questions. And Big U's reputation doesn't exactly help his case. Yeah, he's tried to spin things like he's being misunderstood, even framing some of the backlash as a racial issue. But the truth is, his name's been tied to too many heavy street rumors for too long. This isn't about skin color, it's about history. Let's not forget, Big U did over 2 decades behind bars before coming home in 2004. After that, he jumped right back into the game, acting as the middleman between street rappers and industry bosses. He built connections with major names, even people tied to Suge Knight. That's serious power. But power always comes with questions. Questions about what deals are being made and what's happening behind closed doors. So when Snoop Dogg starts standing next to a man who's openly known for having a dark street reputation, people can't help but ask, what does Snoop really know? Is he looking past it? Or is there more to the story than anyone's saying? Since Nipsey's death, the streets and the internet have turned into a rumor battlefield. Every post, every quote, every business move from Big U or Snoop gets picked apart. Fans are connecting dots, conspiracy theories are flying, and every day it gets harder to tell what's real and what's cover-up. The line between loyalty and betrayal has never been thinner.
And even the police too, is nowadays be listening to the social media and all, you know, because when Nip passed away, automatically Big U did it or had something to do it or did this, and just be like social media, the investigator now come to your house like, hey, what's the deal, bro? You know what I'm saying? You did it.
And Blacc Sam's standing right in the middle of it, searching for the truth no one wants to say out loud. Big U's been trying to clear his name ever since whispers started linking him to Nipsey's death, but his reactions only added more smoke. He admitted he knew people were pointing fingers, even said he was frustrated that social media turned those suspicions into a circus. But frustration doesn't prove innocence. It just shows that the accusations hit close enough to hurt.
He was just in every video. Like how we was beefing when all his songs, every album he put out, since we had the so-called altercation, he shouted me out. He got the goddamn keys to the city. Like what? Didn't he say, I want to be Big U? Oh no, what did he say? Big U, like J Prince and Big Draws?
Big U keeps talking about how he and Nipsey were family, saying Nip gave him shout-outs in songs, interviews, and videos. But Sam ain't buying it. From his perspective, all that public love felt like PR, not real brotherhood. You can say, rip my guy, all you want for the cameras, but in the streets, folks can tell when that love is genuine and when it's just performance. Behind closed doors, their relationship wasn't what it looked like online. Not even close. Big U might have been preaching unity, but the tension between him and Nip had been simmering for years before that tragedy hit. And now, with the feds circling around Big U's name, That old tension starting to look way darker. Federal investigations into what's being called Big U Enterprise have taken things to another level. Prosecutors are saying he ran a full-blown organized crime network, extortion, robbery, even hits. They're calling it a check-in system. Basically, if you were an artist or celebrity coming into Los Angeles, you had to pay to stay safe. The feds claim entertainers were forking over cash for protection, and if you didn't, you'd be handled. Now think about Nipsey. He was never the type to bow down to that system. He was all about building his own lane, creating legit business, and taking the streets to a higher level. If those check-ins were real and Nipsey refused to play that game, that's motive, cold and clear. And then came the biggest shocker yet. An associate named Loose Cannon went on the No Jumper podcast and claimed Big U knew about Nipsey's murder 30 minutes before it happened.
And I'm on a phone. He FaceTimed me. So he FaceTimed me and stuff like that. He was like, Nipsey just got killed. I'm like, 6 I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey and I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, oh, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered the phone because my cousin is Nipsey baby mama. You get what I'm saying? So it was like, I could have probably stopped it or it had it.
Stop what? You mean? That fuck are you talking about?
No, because listen. So after I talked to Nipsey and I was like, yeah, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that. I'll see you later or whatever. So I hung up the phone. I thought Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey.
Now, let's talk Snoop. These federal cases aren't some hidden street gossip. They've been blasted on every major outlet. So when people see Snoop still standing next to Big U like nothing's wrong, they start asking questions. What does he know? And what's he ignoring? Some fans are saying Snoop's loyalty looks more like alignment, that he's choosing Big U's side at a time when the man's name is tangled in extortion and murder allegations. For the streets, that's hard to watch. So if Snoop's really standing with Big U instead of keeping his distance, it feels like the ultimate betrayal. Not just to Nip's family, but to everything hip-hop's supposed to represent. Big U went on record praising Snoop Dogg, calling him the most important artist in Los Angeles during an interview with Power 106, a statement that hit hard across the city. That kind of respect from a street legend carries serious weight, but to Blacc Slam, it felt twisted, like watching Snoop accept flowers from the very man he suspects played a role in his brother's death. Even when Snoop sat down with Mike Tyson and spoke about Nipsey's legacy, calling him my dear brother, the words hit differently.
Talk about the brother Nipsey. I never had the opportunity to meet him.
Man, Nipsey Hussle, man, that's my dear brother right there.
Because how can you preach love for Nip while standing next to someone accused of orchestrating that same brother's murder? By August 2025, things boiled over. Footage dropped online showing a heated confrontation between Snoop and Blacc Slam. The clip spread like wildfire, sparking chaos across social media. The streets were buzzing. This wasn't whispers anymore. This was war breaking out in public. At that point, there was no pretending things were cool. The tension had reached its peak, and that left one burning question. What's Blacc Slam gonna do now? Imagine being in his shoes, your brother, your blood, your business partner, your hero, taken right in front of the store y'all built together. A man who preached growth, ownership, and unity, gunned down in the same hood he was trying to uplift. That pain doesn't fade. It becomes a storm inside you. The anger, the confusion, the pull toward revenge, all of it sits heavy on your chest every single day. And in the streets, revenge isn't just emotion, it's code. The old rule says, eye for an eye. When someone touches your family, you make it right. That's the way it's always been in LA history. From the old school days to modern times, the code never really changes. Sam knows that rule better than anyone, but he also knows the cost that comes with following it. If he moves on Big U, the city erupts. Families get caught in the crossfire, business turns to rubble, and Nip's name ends up buried under the same violence he tried to escape. But if Sam stays still, if he lets it slide, the old heads call it weakness. The whispers never stop, and the injustice eats at him forever. That's the cruel trap he's stuck in. The streets demand one thing, but Nip's message taught another. The homies from the set still whisper in his ear saying, it's gotta be handled. But deep down, Sam knows Nip's mission was to break that exact cycle. Nipsey wanted to prove that success didn't have to come with bloodshed, that real power came from ownership, unity, and building the future. So now Sam's fight isn't just against his enemies, it's against his own rage. If he lets that anger win, he risks destroying everything he and Nipsey built. But if he holds steady, builds higher, and turns that pain into progress, that's the truest revenge. That's how you honor a king. In the heart of Crenshaw, this war ain't just on the streets anymore. It's inside Sam's soul. Every move he makes will define how the world remembers Nipsey, as another victim of the cycle, or as the man who showed the hood a better way to live. Either way, the streets are watching, and the marathon, it's still running strong.